was the holidays, and Bernard had come to stay with his granddad.
Grandad?
In the kitchen.
It was something Bernard always enjoyed.
Can we have a game of cards?
Cards?
I've got it all set out in the sitting room. Come on.
Right, cards it is then.
Because when he was staying with Grandad,
I thought we'd play that game where you lay the cards on the floor and turn them over two at a time to make pairs.
Right.
whatever Bernard wanted to do,
I thought it would be fun if we used all the packs.
Yes, good idea.
Grandad always had time for it. It didn't matter what Bernard asked.
Grandad?
Hmm?
Can we do this jigsaw?
If he wanted to do a puzzle,
3,000 pieces.
Come on, Grandad, we can do it on the table.
Yes, good idea.
Grandad would always help.
Grandad,
Yes, Bernard.
can we go to the park for a game of cricket?
Now.
Yes.
Or if Bernard wanted to play a game of cricket in the park.
Definitely.
Grandad said yes.
Always time for a game of cricket.
He always said yes, because Grandad always had time for Bernard.
Park's this way, I think.
In fact, staying with Grandad would have been perfect, except for one thing.
Hello, Arthur.
Morning.
Grandad didn't just have time for Bernard.
Is this Bernard?
He had time for all the people he knew.
You'd recognise him, would you? You remember Mr. Acty, Bernard?
Yes. Hello, Bernard.
And talking to them could take hours.
Look, I know you're probably busy, but you do a bit of gardening, don't you?
Well.
Only I've tried growing these broad beans this year, and there's these little black insects all over.
Fortunately, with his watch, Bernard was usually able to do something about
It's
it.
the last resort. You've got to buy some sort of spray. Oh, dear.
Oh, Sandy! Sandy, come back! He's gone after that cat again. Heel, boy, heel. Oh, sorry, Arthur, I'll have to talk to you later.
All right, no worry.
Sandy! Sandy, come back here.
Grandad said it was important to give the people you knew the time of day. But the trouble was that Grandad knew so many people.
Morning.
Hello, Arthur. Goodness, this is Bernard. He has grown, hasn't he?
He certainly
And
has.
giving them all the time of day could take most of the afternoon.
I took him to the doctor and she said children are always swallowing things like that. She said it would probably pass through. If it doesn't, I'll have to take him back and she'll give him something to help with too.
Yes, right. Any news of when Dad might have come back?
Well, I had a letter from him yesterday and he said
Oh, dear. Something's upset him.
he's probably hungry. I'd better get him home. I'll tell you about it later.
All right.
Grandad?
Yes, Bernard.
Bernard asked his grandfather why he thought giving people the time of day was so
I'll tell you
important.
the answer. It's important to give time to your friends, because if you don't, you're liable... Oh, Mrs. Banjani!
Mr. Foster!
But before Grandad could tell him, they had met someone else.
Oh, very nice to see you. And Bernard, I hardly recognised you. He has grown so tall, hasn't he?
Planning some sort of a party?
Oh, it's Malik's birthday. There is so much to do. I've got to get all this indoors. I have the decorations, the food to prepare.
Oh, perhaps we could help.
Oh, are you sure you have the time?
Of course we do. Come on, Bernard.
watch, Bernard sometimes wondered if they would ever have got to the park at all.
It's a bit sore, you see.
Just a few more, Grandad.
All right.
Though when they did get there, the fact that Grandad knew so many people could be quite useful.
Oh. Yours, Mrs. Wensley! Thank you!
Then, on the second day of Bernard's day, something terrible happened. Grandad was cooking lunch. And dropped a leg of lamb on his foot.
Grandad?
In the sitting room, Bernard had pressed the watch as soon as he heard Grandad shout. He was too late to stop the accident, but he could make sure it didn't get any worse.
What happened, Grandad?
Oh, Bernard, I thought you were... Oh!
Are you all right?
No, lad. No, I'm afraid I'm not.
Grandad had hurt his foot rather badly.
Thank you.
How's it feeling?
Well, not so bad, but... better sit down, Bernard.
The doctor had told Grandad that he would not be able to walk for several days.
The doctor said I wouldn't be able to walk properly for several days.
But you'll be all right then.
Yeah, but it's what we do until then that's the problem, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, if I can't walk, I can't look after you, can I? I can't cook for you. Can't take you anywhere.
That doesn't matter.
I think it does, Bernard. I think you'll have to go and stay with your aunt.
Aunt Patricia! No, Grandad, please, no!
There's no one else, is there? And I can't look after you, lad. Your parents are away, and... You better see who that is.
It was Mr. Axted.
Ah, Bernard. I heard your Grandad had a bit of an accident.
Mr. Axted explained that he had brought some fish and chips in case Bernard's grandfather wasn't able to cook supper.
Oh, thank you.
I'll leave it to you to put them out on plates, shall I? Can I have a word with him?
He's in here.
Thank you.
Mrs. Banjani.
Hello, Bernard. I was so sorry to hear about your grandfather's accident. I've got some coronation chicken left over from Alec's party,
Oh, thank you.
just in case he finds it a little difficult to do the cooking. Now, if I leave it in the fridge, you can have it whenever you like.
Great.
Oh, Bernard.
All sorts of people called round to see how Grandad was, and they all brought food.
Well, doesn't look like you're going to starve.
No.
I've been having a chat with your Grandad, and he's a bit worried that he thinks he's not going to be able to look after you for the next few days, until his foot's better.
Yes.
Yes. He was planning to send you to your auntie's, but he thinks you're not very keen on that.
No.
No. If it's all right with you, a few of us have put our heads together and we've come up with an idea.
Despite Grandad's accident, Bernard had one of the best holidays ever. On Tuesday, Mr. Axted took him to a football match.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Mr. Axted. I had a really good time.
Yeah, not a bad match, was it? Look after your granddad now, and you know where I live if there's anything you need.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
And on the Wednesday, Mrs. Banjani took him to the fairground.
Bye, Malik. See ya. That was brilliant, Mrs. Banjani. Thanks ever so much.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Bernard. Now, you will let me know if your granddad needs anything, won't you?
I shall.
And on the Thursday, Mrs. Cathcart took him out for a day at the beach.
Thanks, Mrs. Cathcart. That was a brilliant day.
It was lovely to have the company, Bernard. And give my love to your granddad. We've all got a lot of time for him, you know.
Bye. Bye.
And best of all was that on Friday, Grandad was feeling a lot better.
Morning, Bernard.
Grandad, you're up.
Yes, I feel a lot better today. In fact,
He was even well enough to suggest going down into town to look in the toy shop.
You sure?
I think so.
That's great.
It was wonderful to see Grandad better, though Bernard still kept a careful eye on him.
Hey, you don't want to mess with that. They're very sharp, those are, lad. We don't want another accident, do we?
Shops are this way, I think.
Walking to the shops took quite a long time, of course, because first they met Mr. Axted on the way walking his dog,
Arthur!
and he wanted to hear how Grandad's foot was.
How's the foot?
Well, it's not so bad. Doctor said I didn't break anything. It's only a bruise. So, after a bit of a rest, here we are again.
Well, you need to be careful. You're not that young anymore, you know.
Yes, thank you, Graham.
Then Mrs. Banjani stopped to ask the same thing.
I thought you weren't supposed to be walking till the weekend.
Well, I felt
It
so
meant
much
Bernard had to wait, but he didn't mind.
We're going to the toy shop.
I've just been telling him it's no spring chicken and he ought to be careful.
Now, don't start that again. Thank you, by the way, for taking him to the fun fair. He really enjoyed it. And the football, too. I gather it was a really good game.
Well, it's not every day you see Arsenal defeated by a third division team.
He didn't even mind when Mrs. Cathcart turned up as well.
Hi.
Hello, Bernard.
Hi, Mrs. Cathcart.
I see Grandad's up and about again.
Yes, he's feeling a lot better.
Morning, Marion.
And Bernard had to wait even longer while they talked.
I feel a bit of an idiot, really, dropping a whole leg of lamb.
Accidents happen.
Exactly.
And
Nothing you
talked.
can do about it. It's fate.
I thought it was more like not holding the thing properly. But, by the way,
And
thank you again
talked.
for taking him to the seaside.
It was lovely to have him. You know, he was very good to Jack. Boys his age don't usually like toddlers, but Bernard was wonderful, really. I was so impressed.
I'm pleased to hear it. He's a good lad.
Because if Bernard had learned anything on his holiday, it was how important it was to give the time of day to your friends.